Holy. Hello there. Welcome to the Drifting Spore. I'm Steve. I'm going to give away the date. It's October 26, 2023 today in Nova Scotia. It is like 19 degrees at supper time. Shortly after 4 o'clock. I'm out on a quick drift, Thursday night drift. Got a couple hours, so I came back to where I was on my last drift, the rooted undercut spot there. This time I thought I would try upstream. Last time I went downstream, this time I'm heading upstream. So I only just got underway and I found something cool on the trail. If I can get it out of my pocket. That right there is a Stigmaria root fossil. And that comes from like 280 to 300 million years ago. That was like the trees that grew around here back at that time. This would be the fourth Stigmaria root fossil that I've found. Very cool. I'm going to leave it here somewhere. I haven't decided where yet. I just picked it up. It was literally laying right on the four-wheeler trail. And yeah, I'm going to keep exploring up this beautiful valley, man. Very nice, well-defined valley. I've got a good mix of hardwood and a bit of hemlock up in here too. So brook's running just nice. I'm going to head up through and see what we see. Right here, I've found some stuff already, so we'll have a look at that before we continue on. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoy. So as soon as I get in here, I notice these from a distance. Whole bunch of horsehoof fungus. That there broke off birch has got more on it there too. And there's a good look at the Stigmaria root fossil. I'm going to leave it right there. Pretty amazing. That was a tree 280 to 300 million years ago. Find quite a few of these, and you find them anywhere that there's coal, I guess. Oh, and look, some turkey tail look-alike over there. So far, so good. So far, this is pretty nice. Well, let's see what else we can see. That's funny, I almost walked away from here without looking at these guys. This is interesting, actually, for me. Oh, that's going to be a nice picture, actually. So these guys look a bit dirty. Get a couple pictures, but they're not actually dirty. That is their spores on top of them. The releasing spores, that cloud lands on top of each other. That, I'm no expert when it comes to mushrooms, but this is one that I'm able to identify and use, and that is Ganoderma applanatum. It's very nice. I use it in tea and tincture. Very cool. And seeing it on birch is different for me. Well, there's another little one right in there. That's pretty cool. Hey, you find this one on hardwood, but a little bit weird for me to find it on birch. Pretty cool. Great way to start a drift, man. I was just walking upstream there, making my way, seeing what I can see, finding a little bit more trash up this way than the downstream way, but so far it's not completely appalling. Not too bad. As I was walking up, I caught a glimpse of this big old birch tree. He's still alive too. He's a gnarly looking old birch. Let's get another tree leaning against him, a dead one. I saw a feature at the bottom that caught my eye. So, looks like a creepy hole of some sort. Let's go check it out. Sun's been out all day. I wish it were out now too. It would make these colors in here just pop. Right now, to my eye, it's just glowing in here with the oranges and the yellows. What do we got here, my buddy? Nothing, not even a hole. Wow. I guess it probably is a hole. That looks like somebody probably lives up inside this one. Hopefully nobody's home. Or if you are, you're not interested in coming out and growling at me. Well, another one over there with a hole underneath. That one's even creepier. One creepy hole to the next down here. That one's big. That's amazing. That tree is completely leafed out too. The brook's running underneath here. Oh yeah, buddy. For sure somebody's living in there. That tree's still alive though. Look at that. Crazy. Pretty cool, man. Somebody's got themselves a nice little house in there. Very nice. Oh, interesting. Just on my way back from the creepy holes over there, and I see these guys. I can say I have no idea what these are, other than they're quite nice looking. Look at how the leaves fell on them. That is cool. I'll get a couple pictures of these. Pretty cool. I like it. Having a great old drift so far. I never remember this guy's name. I apologize. I know your common name. I think this is the mossy maple polypore. This one up here, anyway. I believe that to be him. Mossy maple polypore. Because he's on a maple. He usually has green moss growing on him. I could be wrong, though. I am no expert. That's what I think that might be. That's all. Lots of different mushrooms so far. We only got started. These guys have just polluted this log. These are the ones that are kind of like a false turkey tail because they've got the concentric circles, but they get green on top. I get a picture of those. Perfect. I just pause for a moment and get you guys recording before I do something sketchy. See a mushroom over there. Well, there's a pretty good embankment here. Pretty sure this is a little bit of a deer trail, I would say. So, using my staff, I'm going to attempt to get over there and see what that mushroom is. There's a way down once I get past there. If I can get up past that tree there, I'll be alright. Let's give it a try. This is why I carry a staff. This is one of the main reasons. I like to do my sketchy stuff real slow. I always seem to end up on deer trails. Can't see any for sure tracks there, but this looks like a trail of some sort. That's an interesting looking mushroom. Oh, look at the nice mossy spot. Well, oh, I see another mushroom over there. We'll check him out after this one. There's a few here, but that big one is what caught my eye. No, I'm not going to be able to get close enough to it to really get a good look at it. That's a shame, man. Nice view from up here, though. Wow. What a valley. Let's go have a look at this one over here before we drop back down into the valley. That's a different one, a very brown mushroom. Pretty cool. This is one of my very familiar friends, Phomatopsis mountia, in your glory. How you doing? Very nice. Now, I thought I was going to go down right there, but I don't think I'm gonna. I'm gonna have to hang up here a little bit more before I can get a decent spot to get down there. Oh, Mr. Squirrel, hello. How are you? Are you well prepared for winter? You don't have to run, my friend. Hello. Well met, my friend. Have you seen any Ganoderma sugae? I'm looking for Ganoderma sugae, also known as the hemlock reishi. You seen any around, my friend? Yes, I know. As it is, your focus should be on getting stocked up for the winter. Okay, this looks like somewhere I can probably get down without hurting myself, although I'm quite a ways up above the valley. Just been through a nice old big patch of hemlock. Very cool. This also looks like it's been traveled by deer, I would say. Oh, sorry. Gonna have to go a little bit further. Now I think I can get down it a bit without doing anything too exciting. There's some hard rock here. I'm coming down. Right on top of a nice little Russell species, I would say. I grabbed a quick picture, my friend. And this big old fella. Beautiful. Now that we're back on the valley floor, let's keep looking. Well, this is pretty amazing. I dropped back down onto the forest floor, under the valley floor, into a beautiful little spot. A little bit tighter than where I've been so far. A little bit more small stuff around. But as I'm crossing the valley floor, I look up and I see this. Now this is a birch tree, and it is old and looks to be, I don't know if it's in rough shape or not, but it does have leaves up there. So this is a great time of year to scout this stuff out, because this winter I can come back when the tree's dormant and I can harvest some of this. Look at this now. That is chaga, Inonotus obliquus. This is a very nice sized chunk of chaga. Like you see my finger. I know they're bigger than that, but that's a nice one, man. That's one of the nicer ones I've seen. And when you come around this side of the tree, I saw this side first myself. Look at this wound that's all got chaga in it. There's a lot of chaga right there too. There's some more right there too. So, come winter, I'll definitely be taking a trip in here. Once we start getting below zero, trees go dormant. That's the time to come in and get chaga. Oh, look, there's another one up there. Might have to slip in a ladder to this one. Ah, it's worth it. Nice, very nice. Should get a picture of that. It's a really good example. Sorry, I'm stumbling around here now. Because you can see the inside of it, right? So you can really see that it's orange. Excuse me, Mr. Tree. Just hold on to me for a second. There we go. Very nice. No, lovely looking chaga. Well, like, awesome. Mental note made. And these ones here would be unknown to me as well. They're nice and yellow. There's some more over here, looking also very photogenic. Some of them sticks are in the way. No idea what those would be, and that's okay. They're yellow. I'm still looking back. I can see that big old burl of chaga back there. This one here has got chaga on them too. It's a living tree as well. It's got leaves up there. This is really a great time of year to come scout this out while you can still tell if the tree's dead or alive easily by seeing if it has leaves. I never really planned that. It just became a realization now. Nice rocky walls of this valley, eh? Huge hemlocks. Huge to me anyway. Very nice. I love being around big old trees. There we go. It's never always on the lookout for this. Turkey tail. Triamates versicolor. I'm sure it is. I haven't picked one yet. Oh, it's still nice and soft too. Nice and white underneath. That one's a little bit cream colored, but that's still it. And look, it's on a broken off branch. Oh man, you could take that you could take that whole stick home. And look, there's more. I didn't even notice this stuff I was standing right beside. Huh, not a bad turkey tail patch. I am flush on turkey tail. I'm not picking any. I considered it. I do have my basket with me. So it's like, oh, look, there's more over there too. I should pick some turkey tail, but I mean, I'll find more when I need it. Very nice. I like those ones. They've got a cool color to them. Turkey tail, Triamates versicolor. Man, quite a few mushrooms so far. I don't know how much further I'm going here. I mean, I keep getting drawn further in, so I'm going to go a little bit more, but I got to remember that it's going to get dark soon. So let's see what we see. Let's see how far we go. Now I've come upon a big old broke off tree. I think it's oak. I'm not 100% sure. It's big. It's broke off. And look, I figured something would probably be growing on it. He's up higher than my head, so I'm reaching for this picture. I can't see it real good, but it looks like potentially, I mean past prime, look at the slug rate in it. I would say that's late fall oyster. I also apologize, I don't know the scientific nomenclature for that either, but I will eventually. So as I was looking at this tree, or what's left of it, I came around this side, And look, there's another creepy hole that's hollow in there. Kind of fitting, I guess, this close to Halloween. Only a few days to go. I don't know, it's getting thicker up here. I don't know if I'm going to go much further. I keep seeing hemlocks, though, is what keeps drawing me deeper. Man, look at how large that tree was. That one had been here for a long time, man. Crazy. That's a big old tree. The cinny's down on the ground. That's probably the biggest one. Well, there's a lot of big trees in here. Every time it looks like it's getting more narrow, it opens back up. Big pile of rock here, stone and stuff. Well, now this is pretty cool. I never expected this. There's I don't know what that is. That could be a bottomless pit for all I know. I'm not going to go poking around that, but look at this rock face. I've driven by here a lot of times. I would have never suspected this was this nice down in here. That's cool. So cool. What a great time to be out. I gotta get moving though. The darkness is gonna catch me again. Oh, but look at this spot. A nice big mossy rock, man. Ho ho. Oh, I might have to take a break right here. With that great big rock face. And these great big hemlocks. Let's consider having a break. I'll have a poke around, see if there's any creepy holes here first. Not that I'm scared of them, I don't do fear. But I do not like fighting off critters either. Man, that rock face I should say, is really cool. Okay, I don't see nothing too crazy around here. I think I'm good to take a break. The old pinch strap wins again. Man, that's handy. Okay, what do we need to do here to get set up? Not very much from the look of things. I'm just going to clean up a little wee bit. All right, let's get break time on the go. A beautiful walk in here so far, man. It looks really nice going further up too, but I'm going to run out of time if I keep going. So, let's see what we can do here. What a nice thick coat of moss. Oh, what a nice spot right there, eh? That's perfect. That's a good place to sit. Oh, let's see what all I got. I got my gloves. I got my stove kit. I did not refill my methyl hydrate bottle after our last drift, but I should have enough to do what we're doing here tonight, making a nice cup of tea for break. That guy, my canteen. Is that it? That's it for right this second. Oh yeah, my tea. I would do coffee, but I'm a one coffee a day kind of guy. I like my morning coffee. Any more than that, it's just hard on my guts, man. I don't bother with it. But a nice cup of tea doesn't bother me in the least, especially out here. Okay, what do we got to do to get set up? Let's make sure you guys can actually see a bit of this. All right. Oh man, you couldn't ask for a better sitting spot. Ooh, I think I like it. So I got my canteen cup. Put my plastic on there so I don't lose it. Now let's get our stove in. Oh, that's gonna be great right there. Perfect. Put this bag somewhere, I'm not gonna lose it. So first thing I'm gonna do is measure out my water. Just enough for a nice cup of tea. Hopefully, I'm not far from a road down in here, up there, and people do walk their dogs up there. So I'm hoping that nobody's dog catches wind of me and comes barreling down over the hill. But that's another good reason to carry a staff. Eh? Self-defense. I haven't had to use my staff in self-defense yet, but I do a little bit of, well, you got to know how to swing a stick, so I practice swinging a stick sometimes, just for fun. Okay, I'll put my canteen cup over here. I'll bring you guys in close while I get the stove going. Old Faithful, I got it. The old loony stove. Okay, I got an elastic on my stove holding it together. That's just a cover to hold it all together. That's my stove component, my water chestnut can. That's my penny stove that I made myself. That's my loony that goes inside of it. So I'm going to leave my loony out for now. Let's fill this up. I got crossbars to go across the top of it. Get those ready at least. There we go. Okay, let's fill it up. Man, that stove's still taking. It's good to know, though, out of a full jug of methyl hydrate, I get probably two and a little water boils out of that. There we go. That should be lots. It's holding in the top there now, so that's about the best you can get. Oh, don't fall over. Stay there. All right, let's get our ferro rod and see if we can get this. Got it. As soon as I flicked that, leaves started falling behind me and around me. I don't think it's raining, is it? It literally sounds like it might be raining. I don't know. I think it's needles falling off the trees. That's cool. Okay, my stove's going. I can chuck my loony in there and get it centered up in my stove. Pitch my loony in. Oh, I almost got it perfect that time. There we go. Make sure my cross stand is good to go. Try to put that so the handle doesn't get blistering hot. There we go. That won't take long to boil. Got my tea bag there already. Perfect. We're underway. What a cool spot, man. I'm digging it. Those of you that know me know that I can get pretty excited about stuff that doesn't necessarily excite others as much. Sitting on a rock in the woods by a brook, that's one of the things that I really enjoy and get really excited about that other people maybe not so much, but to each their own, I say. It's beautiful in here. This is what happens when you go out and look. I think I'm going to cheat on the way out and clamber up over the bank because I'm pretty sure the road's right there somewhere, and then kind of maybe mark out on the road where I'm at, and then next time I can come in here and go up through from here up. You know I hear chickadees. Just starting to see bubbles. Oh, a fly just landed in my water. Got it. Wow, nice. Woo, might have lost a little arm hair there on the reach. I don't know if you can see that flame. It's flaming really good there right now. I don't really know how long this stove's going to last. I've been using it for on 3 months now. It's just a beer can stove I made in my creativity dungeon there. My dungeon of creativity down the basement at home. So since last time I was here too, one thing I did was get on Google Maps, had a look around, see where the closest houses are, stuff like that, right? There's not many houses very close until you get away upstream. Going downstream gets even better. It gets more and more remote the further you go. But this isn't far. Places like this, man, are invaluable. Like, I'm lucky because I get off work a little bit earlier than most people. But when I get off work, if I hustle, I can get out and spend a couple hours in the woods before dark. Right now, once the time changes, it'll be different. I'll have to consider whether or not I'm going to come out in the dark. And I might, just to keep doing this. We'll see. Water's boiling really good there now. Well, bubbling, I should say. I wish I could find or make crossbars a little bit taller. Just another 1/4 inch, I think. Might make it slightly more efficient. Might not too, though, I don't know. He works real good. I can't complain. And I'm not complaining. It does work really good. I get some shots of that in my break time spot. That did not take long at all. Coming up on a hard boil there now. Stove's going like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, very nice. That's a good stove. All right, it's soon to be tea time. Woo, my stove is making puffs. I'm just gonna let my tea steep for a second. Keep them close to the heat, but not right on the heat. I'll get that nice and steeped, and then we'll give it a pour. Gorgeous with a capital G, man. It's all about the waterways. I've found, right, when I'm driving, anywhere I go, when I see like a waterway cross under a road, I'm like, man, I gotta go see where that goes, right? I gotta see what's in there. And you know, sometimes I find trash, and that's okay, right? I'm not saying like that practice of throwing trash in the woods has been ongoing for a long time. I'm not gonna solve that, and I'm not gonna spend all my time lugging trash out of the woods as much as I'd like to. I would think that nowadays it's been curbed somewhat, but it's very rare that I go into the woods anywhere and don't find some amount of trash. So I kind of accept it, as unfortunate as it is. Don't want to catch people doing it, that's for sure. But anyway, just kind of let the universe tell you where to go, man. Go where you're drawn. This is what my philosophy is. Maybe we should wait till tea's done before we start into philosophy. But one of my philosophies when I'm out like this is to pay attention to where my attention is drawn. So if I go, woo, what's that? I'm gonna go see what drew my attention. Sometimes it's nothing, but a lot of times it's something. I think my tea's pretty well perfect there now. I'll just give it a few more seconds. Yeah, it's looking nice and strong to me. Canteen cup sizzles as the tea makes its way up. Oh, that smells nice. That stove's going to continue to burn for a bit. So he's just going to be ambiance right now. That rock wall is just amazing. I've probably driven by here a million times. I had no idea anything like that was in here. Mm, that's nice and hot. Earl Grey. It's my tea of choice. Black. Nothing in it. Oh, yes, I might have known. There's a creepy hole up there, too. Huh. It's gophers that I don't want to tangle with. They are mean, man. Gophers are grumpy, grumpy critters. I'm not sure, but this birch right here behind me, he might be starting with chaga right there, too. Right there in that wound. Huh. I can say this is pretty relaxing. Just watching the water tumble down the stream. I can feel the heat off my stove coming towards me. I can feel the energy from that. The big old hemlock trees here, the gnarly old birch, some beautiful big maple, right? Very nice mix of wood here. And the amazing rock wall, the rock face. That's really cool. Man, it looks cool up there too. I'm not gonna make it up there tonight, I don't think. I might make it a little bit further after break time. I don't think though. I see a hump. My little stove's just about to go out there. Gonna more a hole right in my drifting pants. Well, sir. These are my favorite drifting pants, of course. I might be able to sew it. Might not look great, but I'll sew that up. And they'll keep on drifting. Those of you who know me know I'm horribly cheap and hate to spend money on myself for anything, including clothes. But when I really like something, I don't like to replace it. So I really like these pants, but they're gonna have to get sewed up to keep going. What an amazing spot I've found, man. I don't know if this rooted undercut was very cool. I can't believe that this is very close to rivaling that. I would say with that rock face, though, it certainly is, man. It's very close to rivaling the rooted undercut for me. The mushrooms we've seen would have been nice to see some gander masuge. Too bad that squirrel hadn't given us a couple tips. But we know where that's at. That's downstream. Quite pleased with the mushrooms we've seen for sure. So here in Nova Scotia, starting tomorrow, tomorrow being the last Friday in October, that means that it is coming on deer season, general deer season. So, for the last couple drifts I've been on, since October 1st, I guess, and I should have had been doing it earlier probably, but I've been wearing my orange vest, orange hat. That way you're nice and visible in the woods. You're not required to wear it if you're not hunting, but I mean, why not? I do hunt occasionally, so I know what it's like. And I still want to go in the woods, so I'm not going to not wear orange. I'll wear orange and I'll get in the woods. I keep thinking I'm hearing something over there. I don't know if it's just the brook playing with sound or if there's something running through. Interesting. But yeah, tomorrow is the opener for general deer season, and I've got my tag too, but I'm not set up. I'm not prepared. I don't put a whole lot of effort into my hunting anymore. I used to. I used to sit for 12 hours a day, man. Daylight to dark, I would sit in the tree stand or in the ground blind trying to get my deer, right? Thumping through the woods. Nowadays, I just end up spending time in the woods, right? I had a very nice experience with a deer last year, and I haven't harvested a deer in quite a few years now. Not that I'm against it, and I love the meat, but right, it's a lot of work when you do harvest a deer. So, and it's a life you're taking, so I always consider whether or not I really need to. Once my kids get older, they want to get into it, then I'll get back into it for those years to get them started so that they know how to track and the basics. Whatever I can teach them about hunting, I will. And then maybe I'll just hunt with a camera from then on. Who knows? We'll see. But I do feel it's an important skill to have, and one I'd like to pass on to them. Clouded over here. It's made it darker. Might not look as dark on camera, but it's not dark, mind you, but it is darker. My stove's been out for a minute. Yeah, he's not even hot now. Even my loony's gone cold. And I can poke some of that stuff away now. That's it for my stove. Put that lid on it. That lid just came off. I used a can opener to open up one of those Coolan's wick stoves. Stole the top off it. I thought it was going to work as a snuff cap, but it did not. So, but it works as a cover to keep everything together. And really, you wouldn't want to snuff one of these stoves out because there's no way to hold the methyl hydrate in it. You're just going to get methyl hydrate everywhere. My tea bag is still in my canteen cup. That's where that's going to stay till I get home. Get this little bit of stuff cleaned up, and then I'm just going to sit quietly and enjoy nature for a few minutes while I finish up my tea. Then I'll finish throwing everything in the bag, and we'll see where we head next. I gotta think of a name for this spot. I don't know. I might meditate on it. The Face. I could call it The Face. I absolutely could. I was thinking Rock Face or something like that. I think I will call this spot The Face. I can put my gloves away now too. Because we're all done burning anything. Now, I'm just going to sit here and finish my tea. Did I say coffee earlier? I might have. I meant tea. And then once I get this gone, it'll be time to head home for supper. Backpack of mine, I use it an awful lot. It's like a military style backpack. And then I found this at Winners. It was out of Winners, and I saw this pack. I was like, dude, That looks cool. No idea. This was before I started really getting into bushcraft or anything. I just thought it was a cool looking hat. I was looking at it and it was $40 though. So I was like, no, I'm not getting that. I went back to it 3 or 4 times. And then finally I was like, man, I don't think this is a $40 backpack, man. I think this is more expensive. Either way, it'll be worth more to me. So I bought it, man, and have ever been happy with it. It's awesome. I would like the exact same style, but in a slightly bigger main compartment, right? Would be perfect. Although I can hold lots of stuff in it, and I can strap lots of stuff to the outside of it. So it's not really that. I just would like it to be a little bit bigger so stuff wasn't so crammed up in it. Alright, grab our staff and off we go again. Always like to do a quick look around, make sure I haven't left anything. Everything looks good. Got my staff in my hand. Yeah. I think I'll call this spot the face. It's pretty cool. Nice to meet you. Let's head upstream a little bit more and see if my shortcut's gonna play out. It's starting to get duckish for sure. It's after 6 o'clock now. Saw that hill right there though. That looks weird. I want to check that out. Massive hemlocks. The lighting in there is really cool. Oh, I should have drifted up just a little further. Oh well, next time. Oh, look at that creepy hole over there though. That one's creepy. Some mushrooms on that tree there. Oh, and there's some on that too. Look at that, would ya? And there's a creepy hole right there. Let's go see. Let's check out these ones first. I think these ones would be... Oh, they're different. I don't know for sure what these are. Yeah, I'm not sure what those are. They're cool. Get a quick picture. Right up there. I always, you're right, like they look different than red belts to me, so I'm not prepared to identify those just yet. I know there is a polypore that looks like that, but I'm not really aware of it just yet. So I'm not going to comment on it. What are these? Old Ganodermasuges? Oh my god, they are too. Look, there's a huge one again on the ground. Oh, that's huge. What a shame I wasn't here to get this. That is large. In comparison to my hand there. The big bracket form. Oh, there's a nice rustler right there. Take a quick picture of that. Those ones there are all spored out. I've seen some people in Nova Scotia finding Ganodermasuge right now. Those people are not me. Some tiny little pink stuff there. Huh, cool. Gotta see the backside of this tree. Oh yes, man. Look at that. These guys are all spored out, but those are likely this year's. So here's another one. I'm not going to even bother taking them off the tree. They're no good. But again, this is the second time out here. Some witch's butter right there. Good old witch's butter. Second time out here, downstream and upstream, and I found Ganodermasuge. pretty awesome. I'm pumped. So this area holds a great chaga spot, a great break time spot, a good variety of mushrooms, and now another broken off hemlock producing Ganodermasugae. That's awesome. Awesome. Now see what I mean though? My attention was drawn up here. As soon as I started walking, I was like, oh wow, no, it looks great, right? If I had just cut right up over the hill, I never would have saw that. Might never have returned, right? So now I know this valley is definitely to be checked at certain times of the year. And look, it just opens up there. Gets wide again. Okay. I'm going to clamber up over this part of the bank and see if I can see the road or get up out of it without going all the way back down the valley, because I've drifted further than I intended. Man, it looks nice up there too. I'll be back here for sure. I'm going to clamber over the bank. Well, there we go. Clambered up out of the valley, and it turns out I'm like 60 yards from the dirt road. So that's awesome. I hop on the dirt road, head right back to the car. I'm going to see when I get out there if there's an inconspicuous way I can mark where I am, because that's not hard to get up and down. Me and the boys and Reno will be able to get in and out of there. Thought I heard something. But anyway, yeah, perfect. What a great drift, man. New spot discovery. We found the face. Love that. What a great spot. Especially solo, to just sit and take a break. Those rocks were positioned perfectly. That is the universe providing right there. Wow. Hate to head home, but it's getting dark. I got my flashlight, but I don't want to use it. Excellent, excellent drift. Wonderful. Couldn't ask for any better. In a t-shirt, no less, on October 26th. So that's all good stuff. I'm going to head for the road and head her home for supper. Had a wonderful drift. I want to thank you for joining me. I really do appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed spending time outside with me, out in nature, right? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just bumping around, seeing what's up, looking in creepy holes, looking at mushrooms, right? Taking a break, resetting and relaxing, man. That's what it's all about. So I want to thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. And remember, folks, you'll never find anything unless you get out and look. Go have a look, man. It's worth it. Bye for now. As promised, right out on the dirt road. Perfect.